Hello, I'm Bertie Bowen, the Director of Veterans Affairs for the state of Alaska, and I'd like to invite you to our 2025 Veterans Day video. I do know that some was looking forward to coming to our event in Fort Richardson, but we were not able to pull that off this year. But you know what? We do want to honor each of our veterans that have served. I have to think back in time when I said the 27 words that brought me into being a veteran, which is, I do solemnly swear to defend the Constitution of the United States. Each one of the people that are listening to this today that are veterans do understand this. This actually brought us into a brother and sisterhood that brought this bond together that no one can actually break. No matter if you served in our country or out of our country, whether you served overseas in combat or not in combat, all of us equally are the same after saying that statement. Once we complete that service, we come back into our civilian worlds and do great things for our communities. And if we're called on, again, to go back into service, we all would volunteer to go back and do the same thing again. I just want to thank each and every one of you on this Veterans Day. I want to thank you for your service and for your time that you spent. And also, I want to thank you for being part of our community and part of our state.
Hello, my name is Jeff Slakeu, and I am the Program Coordinator for the State of Alaska Office of Veterans Affairs. I am currently working on a cemetery project, which will be a cemetery to honor and lay to rest our veterans here in the northern part of Alaska. This $17 million cemetery project is being built by the State of Alaska, and it's being built to honor our veterans and have them have a final resting place here in Alaska. So here at the Office of Veterans Affairs, we're really excited to announce that in the spring of 2026, we will start construction on this cemetery. And hopefully by the year 2027, we will start interring our veterans and their family members there.
I am Lisa Robinson, United States Air Force.
I'm Stanley Wright, Petty Officer 2nd Class, U.S. Navy.
Delma Chapa, U.S. Army.
My name is Phyllis Cunningham, and I am a United States Army veteran.
And I am a veteran.
I am a veteran.
I am a veteran.
Veterans Day to me means reflecting on all the men and women who answered our nation's call, those that made the commitment and sacrifice to ensure our country's freedoms.
Veterans Day also represents the day that America gets to tell every man and woman who have served these great United States, thank you for services rendered.
Veterans Day for me is an opportunity to celebrate the individuals that have come before and are currently serving. It not only gives us an opportunity to celebrate and honor them for their service, it also gives us an opportunity to shed some light on all the things they do for our country.
Veterans Day to me is a day where we honor, celebrate, and thank all persons who have honorably served in the armed forces during peacetime and war. On this day, we acknowledge those sacrifices and contributions to our nation.
And I am a veteran.
I'm a veteran.
And I'm a veteran.
And I'm a veteran.
Veterans Day to me is a time of reflection.
Veterans Day means to me pride in the men and women who came before me.
Celebrating the 45 years that myself, my husband, and my son has given to supporting, defending, and serving this great nation of ours.
Veterans Day to me means that we honor and recognize all of those who have served and are serving in our United States Armed Forces. It's a day that we recognize the selfless service and the sacrifices that are made on behalf of the greater good of our United States of America.
I'm Brian Sass. I served in the United States Air Force from 1985 to 2007. I'm Cassandra Sass. I served in the United States Army from 2005 to 2014.
I'm Austin Sass. I served in the United States Navy from 2015 to 2019.
I am Cody Sass. I served in the United States Marine Corps 2014 to 2018.
Generational veteran to me is bonding. Same communication, same language, same lingo. It's when they talk about a brotherhood and sisterhood in the military, it actually brought us a little bit closer. Like I said, I was Air Force. They all chose a different branch for different reasons, and I'm very, very proud of them for serving.
Generational veteran to me is just hearing all the stories and seeing how big the military is, but knowing that my parents and grandparents, even though it might not have been a big role, they still did their jobs properly and some sort of community service that I like to follow.
I just remember listening to Grandma talk to us about how when she first joined, so for me it's listening to cool stories and hearing just how things have changed and yet how they're the same as well.
The military's pretty much always been a part of my life. Looking back, it's just about every member of my family has been in the military, primarily Air Force, unfortunately. We weren't, pushed to go into the military. We all chose individually our own branches and also when we felt like was the right time to serve.
I am Irene Washington. I served with the Alaska Army National Guard from 1986 to 2005. Generation veteran to me is the descendants. I am the daughter of an Alaska Territorial Guard veteran. From my father, all the way down to my aunties and uncles. My brother came back from Vietnam, so I joined the Alaska Army National Guard because of them.
My name is Charles Hermans. I served in the United States Navy Seabees from 1966 to 1996.
My name is Dan Deemer. I served in the United States Marine Corps from 2010 to 2014.
What does generation mean to me? It's a privilege that I have to pass down my children, my grandchildren, something that I did and was proud of. Just like my father before me who served in World War II in Europe, I was proud of him for what he did. And I'm definitely proud of Daniel here for what he has accomplished and what he did in his service.
But for me, I'd have to say generation would be who came before me and laid down the advancements for my life. And I would have to say, for me to go into the service in which I did was a great part from my grandfather who came before me and set the guidelines in which I wanted to follow.
I am Phyllis Cunningham, United States Army. I served in the 1980s.
I am James Cunningham, United States Air Force, 2010 to 2018.
A generation veteran to me is following in the footsteps of other women who have served our great country, the United States of America, to continue to serve and to honor our country in the things that we do and in the things that we say. And to those women who feel as though they are not veterans, I want to encourage you to know that if you put that uniform on for one day, you are considered a veteran.
A generation veteran to me is someone who follows in the footsteps of those who came before them. My parents came before me. They served in the United States Army, and when it was my turn to serve, I chose the United States Air Force. There's a commitment that you make to not only to yourself, but to a bigger cause. And I'm very proud to have served this country. And to those coming after me, I salute you, and those who still serve, I salute you also.
Hi, my name's Dino Belligati, United States Marine Corps. I served from 1975 through 1978. Hoorah!
Hi, my name's Wyatt Mosier. I'm currently serving in the United States Army National Guard. I joined in 2019 and I'm still currently serving.
Generation veteran to me is following in my father's footsteps. Actually, my two uncles served in World War II at Guadalcanal. My father spent 22 years in the Marine Corps, pushed a lot of recruits, and I decided to join the Marines at the age of 17, basically because of my dad. And it's just been an honor to serve my country and follow in my father's footsteps.
So I'm currently serving, and I'm serving to carry on the tradition of serving my country, and it's been more than an honor. It's been the best decision I ever made in my life.
I am a generation veteran.
I am a future generation veteran.
I am a generation veteran.
We are generation veterans.
We are generational veterans.
We are generation veterans.
One of my favorite quotes regarding veterans and military service and corresponding sacrifice comes from then General Dwight Eisenhower towards the end of World War II. In the final choice, the soldier's pack is not so heavy as a prisoner's chains. The United States and the entire world had just been through the bloodiest conflict in history. Much had been sacrificed in terms of lives, livelihoods, pain, and hardship. As the sage adage goes, all gave some and some gave all. Sacrifice is the common factor. For all those who have come before me and to those who are currently serving, thank you for your sacrifice. You have given something of yourselves, selflessly, courageously, and with honor. We enjoy and are grateful for the liberties and privileges that your efforts have given us. That sacrifice has come at a price, as does anything of value, but has provided something for all of us. Something that must be watched with continuous vigilance, something never to be taken for granted. Of course, that is our freedom, our way of life. To this end, today we celebrate Veterans Day in honor of all those who have come before, whose legacy is lasting and profoundly appreciated. Veterans Day was once a celebration of the silencing of the cannons of World War I, which saw staggering death and suffering. Some estimates put the military death toll at over 16 million, with a civilian number at over 35 million souls. The need to recognize and say thanks to those who fought for freedom, who fought for family, and for their fellow man was necessary and cathartic. It was a joyous but somber day when peace was declared at the end of World War I on the 11th of November, 1919. Originally referred to as Armistice Day, it was recognized on the 11th day of November, the 11th month, at the 11th hour. With those historical beginnings, it now offers an opportunity for remembrance. We recognize and show gratitude for those who are serving, those who have served, and those who have died in our country's service. This is why we are paying honor today on this Veterans Day, saying thank you to all who have stood on that line in whatever capacity and said, it is safe to sleep tonight. I've got the watch. Since the beginning of our constitutional republic, military service members have dedicated themselves to serve our country. From the American Revolution to 2 world wars to include campaigns in the Aleutian Islands, specifically in Attu, Kiska, and Unalaska, we also remember more recent wars of Korea, Vietnam, Middle East, and ongoing operations around the globe. Just to name a few. Soldiers including the Alaska Territorial Guard, sailors, Marines, airmen, Coast Guardsmen, Guardians, and Merchant Marines have sacrificed and given their best to keep our nation and our allies safe and strong. Accordingly, today we honor veterans of the United States military. Our nation's military history goes back to even before our founding. Our military members have served in their communities and fought in every major American conflict since the first militia regiments were organized in North America in 1636. Much has changed since the first muster, but the men and women of the armed forces are still helping their neighbors in defending their nation. In Alaska, for example, we routinely support critical search and rescue, air surveillance and warning, air defense, tactical and strategic airlift, space surveillance and ballistic missile defense missions, and many others for the nation. Our veterans perform these missions, paving the way for those of us who are still serving to have a strong foundation and legacy of strength and pride, which we continue to build upon as we honor all veterans on this special day. We must also recognize that because of our veterans, our country still stands, our founding principles still shine. Nations around the world that once knew nothing but fear now know the blessings of freedom. Speaking of blessings, I challenge all of us to thank a veteran. It is much easier to do so here in Alaska with roughly 10 times the number of veterans as compared to the rest of the country. Should you be at the commissary on Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson or downtown Juneau and recognize a vet, stop and say thank you. Thank you for your service. It will be appreciated. Also, we can thank a vet and our families. It is never lost on me in family gatherings the importance of those who have served. It is never lost on me serving in this wonderful state, the true blessings given to all of us through the efforts of those in uniform who have gone before. You have fought for our country, our state, our families, and of course those serving at your right and left. The military is in many ways an extended family, and we take care of our own. The bonds of service, whether it be stateside or overseas, are strong, and the friendships and memories lasting. Again, thank you for your sacrifice in keeping secure our freedoms and way of life.
Now I would like to introduce our Veteran Advocate of the Year. Our Veteran Advocate of the Year is Ron Siebels. He was a past Military Order of the Purple Heart National Commander, and he was also our state commander as well. Most items that we have within our state benefits-wise, Ron personally testified on each and every one of those items, including the longest Purple Heart Trail in the nation, which is the greatest day of my life to be able to call Texas up and say we have them beat, because there's no way that they can even compare to the length of that trail that starts at the Canadian border and ends in Homer. Other items that he helped us do as well was the Veterans Driver's License. He helped us to honor our Vietnam veterans through a Time to Honor book. And again, Ron is a really solid member of our state and a great person. And with that, thank you again for serving.
Thank you all for joining us to honor those who served.
In life, veterans have a unique set of tools, but the most vital tool isn't in your hand. When the weight becomes too much, put your tools away. Reach out to someone who understands, because together, we can mend and rise above life's struggles. Veterans for life. Put your tools away.
This public service announcement was paid for by the State of Alaska Office of Veteran Affairs.